I would like to take a moment before we get into today's main episode and to talk about my sponsor for the podcast. Podmatch is a new podcasting site dedicated to all podcasters. The platform helps hosts get connected with potential guests to appear on their show, as well as allow guests to find podcasts that will give them a chance to share their story. Podmatch offers many tools to help organize your page, from to-do lists to episode planning to potentially appearing on a leaderboard. Podmatch has it all. The best part, you have the potential to get paid. And who doesn't like to get paid from home? I like to. With an easy sign up, you can start connecting with podcasters and guests immediately. I have been a part of Podmatch since the beginning of May, and I have got to say that it was the best decision I've ever made because Podmatch helps your podcast grow. It helps you get connected with people that have very interesting, very compelling background stories that are just waiting for their story to be shared. So if you are a host or guest and would like to start building professional relationships, explore more opportunities, and have your story shared, I highly suggest that you sign up with Podmatch today by going to joinpodmatch.com/lethal venom to start expanding your network in seconds. I would like to give another huge thank you to Podmatch for sponsoring this episode. Now on to our main episode, and again, you can sign up at joinpodmatch.com/lethal venom to begin your podcasting journey today. Hello everyone, welcome to the Lethal Venom Podcast. This is a show where I talk about anything I want with the honest to God truth, no lies told. I'm just going to say up front, my computer has been having all kinds of problems today. This is hopefully the last time it's going to have any problems. So if there's any kinks in the audio, don't blame me, blame the computer. For today, we have a special guest with us. We have Kevin Jackson, who goes by Kevie the Dreamer. He is a self-empowerment creator, singer, and host of the inspirational podcast Cultivation with Kevie. It's a self-empowerment podcast which cultivates courage, confidence, consistency, and creativity. With a background as a longtime nurse and a passion for storytelling, Kevin shares powerful conversations that blend nostalgia, vulnerability, and personal growth. So, Jackson, I'm tired today.
You are okay. That is perfectly fine. I answered in pretty much whatever, so.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate it.
I think I need to go to fucking bed after that. I need to go.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Oh, so, if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. So my name is Kevin Jackson. As he shared, I go by Kevie the Dreamer, Kevie for short. I have been a nurse for about 15 years now. I'm passionate about self-empowerment. Not to get too deep here, but I'm also an open book. So just overcoming a traumatic childhood, overcoming a lot of self-esteem issues, and overcoming just a lot of familial things. I finally just found my voice more so within the past couple of years in my 30s, and I'm just looking to pay that forward. I love to sing, I love to entertain people, and I love to just be positive, and that's just me in a nutshell.
Well, I've opened up so much about it, so you can be as honest on here as you want. You can open up and talk about whatever you are comfortable with. People have heard me gripe and complain about my problems. I think they get tired of it. So, so you're more than welcome to talk about anything you want. They get tired of me having a bad day because I got a splinter in my finger. So they they like to hear other stories as well. So, what inspired you to start your podcast, Cultivation with Kevie, and how did it evolve into a self-empowerment platform?
So this is a story that I've actually shared on my own podcast, and I would love to share it with you. So I didn't know much about podcasting when I started as a podcaster, and literally, so I'm a Christian here, but I'm not a judgmental Christian. I'm just somebody that loves the Lord, and because God loved me. But there was one night. I'm a night owl. Shout out to my night shift nurses out there. Anybody that stays up all night, even without reason. So there was one night I was off and I just could not get to sleep for anything. And I was trying my best and it just wasn't happening. So I was like, you know what? God has something to tell me. So I just literally just submitted and I just was like, okay, God, what is it that you have to tell me? And literally I kept hearing the word podcast. And it's so funny because before that, I never even thought of a podcast. I don't even know that I really knew what a podcast was. Um, so I'm like, podcast? What is a podcast? Like for real, what is a podcast?
Hmm.
So I really just sat with that for a minute and I'm like, okay, podcast. I feel like God wants me to do something with a podcast, but what does that mean? So I just really sat on it for a minute and I just really just for me when I talk out loud to God or if I just am I if I'm somebody that's like going through something, I just vent out loud to myself. Like I just talk to myself. I don't care. I don't do it when people are around. I'm more comfortable to do it now, but I was that kid that growing up, my parents would be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to such and such. Do you want to go with us?" No, and I would stay home and I would just talk to myself. I'm proud to admit that. So anyway, I'm like, okay, podcast. So I finally was like, I feel like God wants me to start a podcast, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was scared. Like, what does that mean? What do I do with that? I don't even know the first thing about a podcast. So I'm like, okay, if I would start a podcast, what would that look like? What am I passionate about? What do I feel like my value is, or what do I feel like I bring to the world? So I just sat with it again. And I realized that I want to help people. I'm already a nurse, and I do love to help people. But for me, it just kind of over time, it just naturally evolved into I'm somebody that I like to speak life into people. I just try to be supportive. There's no catch with it. I just want to be a good person and help people because I know how that feels to feel like nobody's listening or nobody even notices you. So I just pretty much turned that into my show. And well, actually, I just wrapped season 3 last week. So we are coming soon into season 4, and here we are.
Well, that's awesome. I had kind of a similar, and shout out to you for being a night owl. I'm a night owl as well. I'm like, people don't understand our community as well. They judge us hardcore,
Yes.
but we don't care. Yeah, I was like you. I had no idea what a podcast was, and then about 3 years ago, I was like, I want to start a podcast. It was just random thought that came into my head. I thought, because this was during COVID, I had nothing else to do, and I thought, well, I could probably start a podcast and get that up and going. But I was like you, had no idea how to start one, knew nothing about the materials that I had to get. So I did research, and then I did hear about Anchor, which has now been Spotify got rights to it, so now it's
Hmm.
under Spotify. So now it's called Spotify for Creators, but at the
Okay.
time it was called Anchor.
Hmm.
I had heard about that platform being able to record and just post it. It would, and I thought, okay, well, right when I was about to do it, I had some personal stuff come up, and of course, I had to put the podcast to the side. And so another year and a half goes by, and then I come to Auburn, and in my class, I was in this huge auditorium hall that has like
Hmm.
300 students in it. And we had a guest come, and I thought it was just going to be it was a guy that had come in, and it was a journalism class. So I thought, oh, he's just going to talk to the guys about sports journalism, because that's what all the other guests this teacher had in there. And the first words out of his mouth were, um, he introduced himself and said, "I'm starting a new podcast." And I shot up in my seat. I was like, "I'm awake. Hello, hello." And because I was just like, I'm just gonna look down, and because I was like, I don't care about sports stuff, about any of that. And then when
Hmm.
he said podcast, I perked up. And he's told us about a podcasting class. He was coming to Auburn. He introduced it, said that it was going to come next fall. And I went to my advisor and I said, I want to be first on that list to get in that class, and got in the class luckily and learned some podcasting stuff. But I still had there was a lot of stuff that had not been answered. And so I
Hmm.
had to, which I had a better understanding. I knew how to edit. I was not a pro at it as I am now. There was still some stuff I had to learn. I still had to work on a lot artwork for it. How do you get it published onto platforms? What kind of
Hmm.
microphone do you have to use?
Hmm.
And so there was a lot of background and stuff. But luckily, about last year, and then I slowly started getting it, and I made the artwork. I'll admit it. I made the artwork totally AI. I used
Okay.
AI.
Hmm.
The only stuff that was made put in there by me was the font and the parental sticker. That was it.
That's
Everything
okay.
else was AI on Photoshop.
I love it.
And once I got that, because people wanted me to pay like $50 for them to design it, and I said, I'm in
Yeah.
college, and that's $50 that could go
Okay.
toward food. I was like, I'm not,
Listen.
no. I was like, no.
Yes.
And so once I got that up and running and was able to find the platform, it launched. And then I'm currently doing season one. This is my first season doing it. I thought I've been telling people I've been recording since April, but apparently I started posting in February.
Okay. Well,
But
good
I've
for
been
you.
posting.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and congrats
Yeah.
on 3 seasons as well. I mean, starting season four. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think it
you.
becomes, I don't think if COVID had not have happened, I don't think podcasts would have been as big as they are now.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know, it's funny because looking back on it, I pretty much started mine during COVID. Yeah.
You know, I've actually proven some people wrong. People are like, I've had a lot of, because I remember the first time I brought the idea was one class for podcasting we did was we had to present an idea or kind of a show pitch idea to the whole class. And at the time, for me, I was only focusing on a book podcast,
Hmm.
which I was able to make. But this podcast right now was not even in the forefront, wasn't even on my vision board as an
Hmm.
idea. I pitched that idea and I had some negative feedback because some people didn't think it was going to be as great. And it was one of those moments that I've told people, it said, it's in those moments where you really don't really care about what people say. It's more
Hmm.
of, well, I'm just going to do it anyways. And so I took the criticism right then. And then as soon as I left, I thought, I'm just going to do it my way. I'm not going to listen to y'all. I'm going to present the idea. And I think a lot of people have been hesitant about the success for this one, but it has just grown. My best friend the other day, he was like, I always expected your podcast to grow, but I didn't expect it to grow this quickly. And I was like, I didn't either. I trust me, I didn't either. And so grateful for it. And it's just been like a huge, huge thing for me this year. I mean, it's been keeping me active and going. And luckily, since I graduated, I can put all my time in it. And because that was really what was holding me back was school.
Hmm. I love that. Period. Good for you. As you should.
You had mentioned earlier that you were in the nursing field, which for that, thank you for that.
Thank
Um,
you.
how did your background as a nurse influence your approach to creativity, service, and storytelling?
You know what? It definitely set the tone. So me getting into nursing was also not on my vision board. I got out of high school and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I knew that I had to do something. Um, I knew that I had to make a way for myself and do something with my time. So I remember asking my mother, what should I do? And she pretty much guided me into being a nurse. She was a nursing assistant at the time. She had 20 years of experience, and she pretty much always wanted to be a nurse, but just never could afford it. Had children, just never had the time. I don't want to say life got in the way, but life happened. Um, so fast forward to me graduating high school, I decided to become a nurse. I go through nursing school, and I'm not going to lie, y'all, being a nurse is rough. There is, as you know, COVID probably showed so many of us, just how life is so delicate and just so many things happening. Um,
Mm,
but it just really, I would say being a nurse just really showed me how much people need resources and how much we just need really each other. And for me, I've definitely dealt with my own criticism as well. For me, it's always been I'm not good enough. I don't feel like I'm really worthy. I don't feel like I bring anything significant to the table. Um, so I really just channeled that into what am I looking for myself? What is it that I want to, um, like if somebody, I'm trying to find the right words here. If somebody came to me and they're me and they needed help, what would I tell them? So that's basically the premise of my show. I'm kind of helping myself, but I'm trying to help other people too. So I think being a nurse has just set that foundation of um, kind of being selfless and caring for other people, but also remembering that you have to take care of yourself as well. There's a quote that I love, and I'm famous for butchering quotes, but basically it's you can't pour from an empty cup. And I was just constantly trying to just take care of everybody else and just make sure everybody else was good, but what about myself? So that's been the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life.
What does it mean to be a self-empowerment creative, and how do you cultivate courage, confidence, consistency, and creativity?
So I kind of came up with that term. I am a creative. So like like we've established, I'm a singer. Um, I've I've become more comfortable with it as time has went on. I was the kid that I always knew I could sing, but I was afraid to share it with people. I was afraid to share it with the class, so I just kept it to myself and never told a soul. And one day, my little brother heard me singing, and I was like mortified because I'm like, oh my God, somebody heard me, and they probably think it's terrible. And I remember him telling me that I could sing, and I just remember that moment really sticking out in my mind as you do you can do something. You can do something well. So that has just always stuck with me. So I remember, growing up being very black or white and thinking I took a shop class in high school because I thought that I wasn't an artist because I didn't know how to draw. So I didn't take art class. Um, but as I've learned and I've grown in my life, I've learned that being a creative is more than just being an artist. Like it's more, and when I say artist, I mean like, your typical artist that draws or creates art or paints or whatever. There's different types of artists. There's musical artists. There's film art. I mean, there's different types. And it just was a very aha moment for me. Like, where the hell have you been, Kevie? Like, all of this stuff is, it doesn't, if you're not good at one thing, there is something out there that does speak to you, that you can, I don't know. I'm trying to say it in the right way. Sometimes I find it's hard for me to get the words out, but basically, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I do want to pursue this, but I don't know that I'm very good or I'm afraid to share it. And basically, you just have to cultivate it. And that's where cultivation with Kevie came. I spell cultivation with a K for Kevin/Kevie. But it's basically just creating what you want, the life that you want for yourself, and believing in yourself and knowing that you do have gifts and you are special, even if you don't feel that you're special. A big thing is don't compare yourself to other people. That comparison mindset is not going to get you anywhere. We all have different journeys. We all have different trajectories, excuse me. Just because one person may, quote unquote, be a master at something, you don't know what they had to endure to get to that place. So that was just really something that I had to tell myself. So how do I cultivate? And it's so funny. I just recently coined that term for the show, so I don't even hardly remember the four C's. Let's see: cultivation, cultivating, confidence, creativity, and there's two others. I don't even remember. That's sad. And this is my show. um, Basically, confidence is the big one for me. Confidence. I'm somebody that I've never been confident. I'm somebody that I feel like if there's a choice and somebody else is against me, go with them because they're probably better. They're probably more, whatever it is, whatever you're comparing yourself against, they're more this or they're more that. And I just really had to get out of that mindset because that's not conducive to your best self and it's not conducive to healing. And for me specifically, me trying to heal myself and also help other people, it just wasn't getting me anywhere. I'm just sitting here putting myself down. And what is that doing for me? I still have the dreams. Even if I try to talk myself out of it, I still have these dreams. So it's just not doing anything for me to put myself down. So I'm trying to, for myself, become more confident, become more creative, become more consistent. That's another one that I'm terrible at. I have no consistency. I have no discipline or regimen. I work, again, as I said, as a night shift nurse and working as a nurse for so long, and I've pretty much only done the hospital background. And basically, working in the hospital is just like the highest level on the totem pole. It's basically like you have this type of nurse, and then you have this type of nurse, and then you have this type of nurse. And that's the highest level because those are the sickest people, and you're balancing so many different things, and there's just so many different factors. And I became really burnt out, and I just became very for myself, like the flame that was burning on my candle just was gone. And I just didn't have anything in myself, not even to give to other people, but for myself. I just couldn't do it. And I just really had to understand for myself, like, where do I go from here? Because I'm tired, but not only am I tired, but I don't want to stay in this place of being burnt out and being tired. And there was depression. There was just so many other things going on. And I just really had to kind of pretty much pull myself out of the ditch. And basically, I just started realizing what are the things that make people successful. And that, for me being a podcaster, it goes with any business. So just basically trying to cultivate or create that stuff for yourself, and just keep going. It's been a constant battle. And sometimes it's like, what do they call it? There's hills and then there's valleys. You go up and then you go down. It's just constant, and you just have to really try to maintain your energy. You're not always going to be motivated or have the inspiration, but if you're consistent, then you can keep going. I feel like I rambled. I'm sorry. That was kind of all over the place.
No, 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 not at all. I see a lot of myself in you because I can't draw either. I have trouble saying words and have trouble finding
Same.
words,
Yes.
and I have the memory of a goldfish. It's like,
Yes.
honestly, it's like staring at a twin. Honestly, he's also a night owl as well.
Yes.
It's like staring at my own self in the on a Zoom meeting. It's kind
Oh.
of, it's I see so much of myself in you, honestly. Can you share with me a pivotal moment in your life when you knew without a doubt that God was real or Israel?
Yes. So okay, I grew up in the church, and growing up in the church, it's kind of like, and I want to be relatable here because I know that not everybody has the same beliefs. So um, I want to show people, what I've experienced, but also the choice is yours. And I don't judge
Hmm.
anybody. But for me, growing up, I'm blessed that I had a grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who she brought me and my mother into church. And I think if I didn't have that foundation, I honestly don't know that I would be here. And I'm just being very blunt. There have been suicidal ideations, there have been suicide attempts before, and I praise God that those didn't come into fruition, that they weren't successful, because I had to get through that dark place to realize that there is a reason why I'm here. And sometimes, even if you know that reason, like, me and you, I'll say, you're looking at your twin. I feel like you're a dreamer too. You have big dreams. You have things that you want to accomplish in life. Even if
Yep.
you know that about yourself, and even if you believe in your heart that this is what I want to do, and I think that I can get there, even if it takes time to get there, it still is real. It's just you have to go through that journey, right? So for me,
Hmm.
I just I was feeling like, okay, I'm 20 something years old. I think I was 25 at the time. It's too late for me. I was again comparing myself to everybody. I was looking at these child stars on TV, and I'm like, well, they were discovered at age 3 and I'm 25, and and I'm not even sure of myself. So long story short, um, I just really had to, even though I had that foundation in the church, I just really had to learn it for myself. So I remember I was going to a concert with my cousin. So I'm from the Ohio area. My cousin, we were going to, it was like I don't even remember what they call it, but there was a bunch of different artists. I'm a 90s baby, so I love 90s music, and R&B is my jam. So there was a lot of 90s R&B artists, and I was driving from Ohio to Chicago. It was about a 6 to 8 hour drive. I don't know why this happened the way that it did. So I have two cars, and I'm blessed to say that I have two cars. So me being the person that I am, I'm very impulsive and I don't think things through, and I just
Mm.
don't have that capability. Something was missed when I was being created. I just didn't get all the ingredients. So, so I saw this car. This was after my dad passed away. It's an orange Camaro, and I just utterly fell in love with it. And I was like, sold, I'm getting that car. Well, living in Ohio, that car is not good in the snow. So I don't know why I was driving this car, because I know that. And I was blessed that when my father passed away, that I inherited his car that was still in great condition. So I have a truck that I drive in the winter, and I have a Camaro that I drive like in the warm weather. So for whatever reason, I want to say this is February. It was somewhere in the winter time. I was driving my Camaro, and I just really believe that God orchestrated it this way. I was driving the Camaro. There was probably something going on with the truck at the time. Maybe it was getting service or something. And I did check the weather, but I don't think I really thought about, well, okay, it's not snowing in Ohio. What is the weather like on the way to there? Where do you have
Mm-hmm.
to pass through? So, long story short, or long story long in my case, as you can see, um, I was passing through some black ice and I spun out of control. I lost control of my car and I still was on the freeway. But I'm somebody that I don't like things on me. I don't know what that is about myself. There's probably some kind of undiagnosed stuff going on here. I don't know. But my keys were in the the passenger side seat because I just don't like driving and I have a keyless ignition. So I get out of my car to see like, okay, what happened? Like, how bad is it? Can I still drive the car? My car locked itself. So my keys were in the car and I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea where I'm at. Couldn't tell you. Still to this day, I don't know. So not only, again, I don't like to drive with things on me, right? So my keys are in the passenger side seat, and so is my wallet. So, baby, I didn't have my phone, I didn't have my keys, I didn't have my wallet. They're all in the car. It's winter time, so my coat wasn't on me either because I'm not driving in a coat because I'm going to burn up. I'm just hot-natured. I might have even been driving with a little bit of AC because that's just my weird self. So I get out of the car and I'm like, oh, fuck. What am I going to do? I'm locked out. My car is, I just got in this wreck. It was crazy. So thankfully, I was on the phone with my cousin. He heard everything happen. I told him, "Hey, I'm going to get out and check the damage, see what's going on." We were on the phone, and it was who I was on the way there with. So he heard what happened. I told him like he could still hear me talking outside of the car, and I said, "I don't have any other choice. I'm just going to have to go walking and see what I can find." So maybe about a mile or two. I didn't walk that far. I walk maybe a mile or so, and there's a semi that's parked like on the whatever you call it, like oh, not on the freeway, but like over to the side, like kind of
Kind of
off.
like on the shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder. That's again, you found the term, I couldn't find the term. So um there was two, and I think they were African, they were foreign. They were two African truck drivers and I'm knocking on the door. I'm probably frantic and I'm like, I know this is crazy and I know you don't know me, but I just got in a wreck. My keys they weren't on me. I got out of the car to see the damage and my car, like when I shut the door, it locked me out of the car. Like I don't know what happened. I don't have my wallet. I don't have anything on me. Is there any way that you can just take me to the local police station? I don't know what to do. They were playing a song, so I don't know if you yourself or anybody that's listening is familiar with Yolanda Adams. So she's a gospel artist. She's one of the probably the larger gospel artists. And I don't know the song, and I wish I knew the song to this day. I tried to make a mental note of it, but trauma was happening, so my mind was everywhere. But
Right.
I heard a song by Yolanda Adams and instantly I felt peace. I just instantly was like, okay, it's going to be all right. Um, and I just knew in that moment that God was with me because I'm like, this all happened. I found somebody. They took me to the police station. They took me to my car. We got it towed to Indianapolis. I think I was maybe 45 minutes out of Indianapolis, and Indianapolis isn't like super far from Chicago. It's like maybe give or take 3 hours. So I rode with my cousin to Chicago. It all worked out. Like I'm alive. That's what's important. But in that moment, I really could feel God's presence. I knew that He was with me. And that was just the big moment in my life where I'm like, okay, lock in. God is with you. Um, you can do anything that you want to do. And baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, even though I know that God is real and He's helped me through everything in my life, and He's never ever failed me through anything. I'm still weak. My flesh is weak, and I have anxiety like none other. I am Doug Funny reincarnated. I imagine vivid, crazy stuff that could happen and go wrong. Um, so yeah, but anyway, that let me know that God was real. And ever since, I mean, I always rocked with God, but now I just know that God has got my back. And I just try to give that love to other people just so that they know that whatever we're going through, we can overcome it.
And that's such a crazy story, to imagine essentially being out in the middle of nowhere that you're not familiar with and
Hmm.
have which if I was in that situation, I'd be busting my window out. I wouldn't have cared. At that point, I'd be like, my phone, wallet, and my coat's in it because I'm the opposite. I'm cold natured. So
Okay. Hmm.
being outside, that would have been it for me. If I had not got my coat, I would have been busting windows out, everything. People might have thought I was trying to break into the car and be like, it's my own car.
Listen, you're a survivor. See, I should have found a boulder or something and just busted the windows out of my car because, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
But then I would have thought, oh, but then my window would have been cracked and then I would have to drive all the way in the cold. That wouldn't have been for me, for people that are like cold nature, and there's very few of us out there. No one in my immediate circle gets me at all. Cold nature people literally are cold 24/7. It doesn't matter
My
what time of
cousin,
year it is.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
I had this funny story. I remember it was, I think, winter time, and I lived
Hmm.
with two guys for my roommates.
Hmm.
And I think they had gone to Atlanta for either a baseball game. I think it was a baseball game.
Hmm.
Well, I was home alone, and they're both hot natured. They would have air running during the wintertime and
Yeah.
everything.
Uh-huh.
I had the apartment on 82.
Oh my goodness.
I know people are gonna think I'm crazy, but listen, it was perfect for me. And then I
Oh
even went
Lord.
out there and was like, oh, it is a little hot. And then I got karma came right back for me because they had the air on the rest of the night. I was so mad. But and even one of them came up to me like a year later and was like, how do you live like this? And I said, it's not fun. Do you think I like to be cold all the time? I don't.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I feel like this is God punishing me because I got a room where the air vent blows right on my head.
Oh my gosh.
I thought, why would you put it? And all the other bedrooms too, because we all have our own bedroom, their air
Hmm.
vent comes out of the wall. So like their
Wow.
air vent could be like right here coming out like this way.
Hmm.
But yeah, mine's over here and it shines right down on my head. I don't know. I'm like, why did I get assigned this bedroom? I think they know this and just have like a hatred towards me and just want me to suffer because I can't stand being cold all the time.
Oh
They're
my
literally
goodness.
walking around like short sleeve, probably in their underwear. I don't know. And here I am with blankets on and a hoodie on, jeans on, socks, and still cold. It's just never ending for me. It has to be
Oh.
at least 70 degrees or up for me to be comfortable. 60's comfortable if the sun's out and it's
Hmm.
springtime. But yeah, winter for me, I hate the winter unless it snows. If
Oh,
it
see.
snows, that's it, that I let it pass.
So you like the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, see. I do not even want to leave my house when it snows. Like I cannot. I cannot.
Well, I live in Alabama, so we have, which is so crazy. We used to have a good snow every year.
Hmm.
From when I was growing up, we have one good snow event, nothing like blizzard conditions, maybe
Hmm.
1, 2, maybe 3 inches if we're lucky. And then when I went to high school, it's just like Mother Nature said, no more snow. We've not had good snow here for years, except
Mm.
this year we actually had a good snow back in January for the first time in forever. And we all thought, oh, they always say it's going to snow, it's not going to. And I woke up and was like, oh, we actually got snow. But then luckily I was home because I had just graduated from college and I was back home for an extended period of time. I couldn't come back down here because the roads got icy and I've
Mm.
never driven on ice before.
Oh my
I've never
gosh.
had to drive on in snow and ice before. And I told
Hmm.
my mom, I said, honestly, I don't want to drive 2.5 hours from home on
Yeah.
ice because I don't know how I would react. And so she was like, yeah, I agree. And yeah, my roommate actually here said that he got stuck at someone's house for 2 or 3 days. He
Oh
could
wow.
not leave because
Mm.
if we have one snowflake here, we shut down. And people that live here in Alabama know what I mean. If there's one snowflake, all the bread's gone, all the milk is gone.
Oh my gosh.
The roads
Yes.
get catastrophe and like
Yes.
up north. I know in Ohio, y'all probably could drive like 60 or 70. We could drive 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Catastrophe would hit. Like, I tell people, don't come here in the wintertime, and if it snows here, just stay home. We have to shut down. It's the biggest. It's just like a huge catastrophe that happens here. We have to let the whole
Yeah.
world know that and then once it passes, we're like, we're okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the prayers. We're fine. But
Thank you for the prayers. That's funny.
you said you grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 2000s, and I feel like 90s, 2000s kids had the best childhood.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all can s- destroy me all you want, but it's true.
I'm
TV
with
back in the
you.
day was not as good as it is now.
It doesn't hit anymore. I'm with you.
I noticed that under your tags you liked cartoons. What were your favorite
Yes.
cartoons growing up?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Favorite cartoons growing up. I have to say Doug. I love Doug. Love Rugrats. I mean, that's a classic. But some of the more I'm somebody I like the underrated stuff, like the lesser known. Um, if you remember Disney's One Saturday Morning, which that might be a little before your time, I love Pepper Ann. I love Recess. Lloyd in Space was my jam. Gosh, what else? 2000s. I love the 2000s too. I loved American Dragon Jake Long. That was my jam. I love Avatar. I love Legend of Korra as well, but Avatar, the OG Avatar, that's my jam. And I love, I'm a DC kid. A lot of people are Marvel kids, but I'm a DC kid. So I love Justice League. I love Justice League Unlimited, Superman, the animated series, Batman, um, Static Shock, all of that. So Teen Titans is my jam, all of that stuff. I've said a whole lot of stuff. Hopefully, some of it's ringing with you. As told by Ginger, yeah, those are my shows.
I've heard some of those and some of those I haven't. 2000s for me, I was born in 2002, and so
Okay.
it was this weird thing where I was too young to watch,
Uh-huh.
I guess what you would call the live action stuff. I was a little
Hmm.
too young to watch it. So
Hmm.
I missed out so much on the Disney phase. I
Okay.
missed it so bad because all the good shows came on when I was 3 and 4. When
Yes.
I don't fully remember stuff till I was about 4 or 5.
Hmm.
So, but during COVID, I actually streamed and binged That's So Raven.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yes.
show
Yes.
was so
Yes.
funny.
Oh my
And
gosh, I love
so
Raven.
I was more Nickelodeon. I was raised on
Yeah.
Nickelodeon because my mom was so anti-Disney because she said, I don't want to hear singing all day long. And I said, Mom, they don't sing in everything. And so I didn't watch Disney much growing up. I did watch Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place because
Yeah.
they came on at kind of a later time.
Hmm.
They came
Hmm.
on once I started elementary school, but
Hmm.
I watched some of those, but I was more Nickelodeon, so I watched Drake and Josh, which
Yes.
that was a good
My
show.
my brother loves that show. Yes.
I watched that. I was iCarly,
Yes.
Victorious. I watched those. Um, some of the Nick Jr. shows. I think I watched
Yeah.
Blue's Clues. I watched
Uh-huh.
Dora.
Yeah. I forgot
Uh,
about Nick Jr. Those are some good ones too. I grew up on Blue's Clues for sure. The OG Blue's Clues. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what else. That's a memory unlocked. I haven't visited that in a minute. This is before your time, but Gullah Gullah Island is a classic. It's from like 1994, I want to say. Um,
I might have seen that.
yes, I love that one. I love Little Bill. Probably not popular to mention Bill Cosby, all of that, but I love Little Bill.
Yeah, but that was a good cartoon. I liked it. I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
it.
You know what? So funny. So my cousin, who's pretty much like my nephew, like my parents raised him, and that's my little buddy. So when he was growing up, we had a lot of Nick Jr. on, and he like some of that stuff's nostalgic for me even. Like he loved oh my gosh, okay, hold on. He loved Wow Wow Wubsy. So I remember
Oh,
that. Yes, he loved that. So I sometimes every now and then that theme song will just come out of nowhere in my head, and I'm like, wait a minute, where'd that come from? Love that. Ni Hao Kai Lan. I used to. tease him with that, like just say little silly things to him, like from the show. Go Diego,
Yes.
go. Yes, all
Oh
of
my
that is
gosh.
unlocking memories for me. So I do remember that. So this might be a little bit before your time, but like on the live action tip for Nickelodeon. Definitely love Drake and Josh. Gosh, what
Mm.
was the character's name? Helen. I loved Helen. She was hilarious.
Oh,
Yes,
she's
love her.
great.
Love her. I loved Victorious. I wasn't necessarily, I didn't watch iCarly, but I know of iCarly because my brother. So there's like a 7 year age difference with me and my brother. So I saw him in passing. So he loved iCarly. But I
Hmm.
loved Victorious because again, singing. So, and I loved, oh gosh, what's the star's name? Why is her name leaving me? Shoot. Well, I mean, who doesn't love Ariana Grande? So talented, but, shoot. Oh, we'll just say Tori Vega. Loved her.
Victoria
Victoria
Justice.
Justice. There
Yeah.
we
Oh,
go. I'm
we
like,
fought.
where's
There we go.
Yes, I'm like, where's her name at? I know who she is. Love her. I think she's so
Hmm.
beautiful and so talented. And yeah, that was a good show. I enjoyed that show, but just kind of like kind of the same timeline as Drake and Josh. Do you remember Zoe 101? That
Oh,
was my like that's my era. Like that's when I was coming up in high school. So that I was there weekly live for that.
yeah.
So I lived all of that with them. And
Oh,
one that's not talked about as much, Unfabulous, that was my show. I don't know if you remember that one.
I have
It
heard
wasn't
of it.
yeah,
I've
it
seen
kind of
it.
was like I don't want to say the
It was one of
redheaded
those
stepchild. It
underrated.
was
It
yeah,
was
it was
underrated because
unsung.
I don't think I remember it. I know people are
Hmm.
listening and are like, why are they going down memory lane? Shut up. We're having a great conversation. Y'all
Okay.
shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Y'all just
Period.
let us have our moment. Y'all just sit through it, okay?
Yes. Love
I,
it.
let's see, for Nick Jr., I loved, oh gosh, all those that you mentioned were good. Um, The Wonder Pets, I watched that too.
My cousin loved it. Yes.
Although, here's my thing on iCarly and Victoria's. This might be controversial.
Hmm.
The only seasons I like of those are the first two seasons. iCarly for me is one and two is the best one.
Hmm.
Three and onward got too dumb.
I'm with you.
They're
Shows
too
do,
stupid.
yeah, when shows go like for as long as those did, it's like they want to stick to that formula and
Yep.
like Ariana Grande in particular, her character, she already like the dumb character can be the comedic relief, but they definitely overdo it. So I know exactly what
It's
you mean.
it's every show on there. I'm like, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's different from like 80s and 90s sitcoms because they
Yeah.
make it funny. And I think it's because they talk on mature stuff and what the
Yeah.
dumb character does is mature, kind of.
Hmm.
They make these people so dumb on these shows.
Yes.
And Disney Channel's not. Disney falls victim to it as well.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's not just Nick.
Yeah.
Disney Channel
Yeah,
does it
I agree with
as
you. I
well.
agree with you.
But it's so dumb. And some shows do it well, and some shows try so hard to where it gets frustrating at times.
Yes.
And oh Lord, I had like a live action or a show and it went away. Okay, I don't know if it's DC. I'm not a huge Marvel DC because I didn't grow up on
Hmm.
that. I'm
Hmm.
trying to think. I remember on Cartoon Network
Hmm.
that there was a cartoon, Crypto the Superdog. Did you watch that?
Yes, I remember that.
Oh, that
Oh,
was so
forgot about
good.
that one. That's a
It was so
throwback.
good. I never watched it on TV, but the weirdest thing is my parents used to have a VHS tape,
Hmm.
and people are like, "What's that?"
Right.
2000s people know what I'm talking about, and 90s people know what I'm
Yes.
talking about. They
Yes.
had a VHS tape, and I guess they had somehow recorded. I guess Crypto had come on Cartoon Network, and they
Hmm.
I guess recorded it somehow on a VHS tape, and I would
Hmm.
watch that a lot. And it even had like the old good bumpers on there as well, so it had
Yes,
all the
I love.
graphics.
Oh my gosh, no, it. Yes, I love me a good throwback bumper. I will get on YouTube sometimes and just sit there and watch them and just feel like I'm back. I love it. Yeah.
Disney Channel had the best. I don't
Yes.
care. 2000s, the classic logo, the classic.
Yes. When they
I
would
was
sit there and
so
do the wand. Yes. Oh,
I watched that so much. I got so pissed when the new logo launched. I said, y'all just screwed it up. I don't care. Because used to, they'd have to do all this. Now let us
right.
go. And I'm just like, y'all, stop. No. Y'all have taken the. I was so mad when they changed it. I was like,
It's taking the magic out. Like we live for that.
Oh, but those were so good. And then Nick had them, and then Cartoon Network did have like that spin-off Boomerang. It might be rebranded
Yes.
now, but I
Yes.
think it's still Boomerang. That had some good songs on there, man.
Okay,
I'm telling
listen.
you.
Listen, you can't see me when it comes to OG Boomerang. Baby, you talking my language. Yes. This new rebranded Boomerang, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who's that annoying little kid? Sorry to you. I'm happy that you got a job, but no, no, go on somewhere. Like, I hate it.
It's so. What was my favorite? There were so many, and it was one of those things where you didn't change the channel. I
Yeah.
remember they did the alligator one. There was something about alligator swamp.
Yes. Hold on. I think you're
Was it
talking about
Wally?
Wally Gator. Yes.
They had
Yes.
that.
So they did the oh my gosh, what was this called? So they were called Cartoon Network Groovies, and they originally came on Cartoon Network in like the late 90s, which I'll be honest,
Oh.
I was a nit kid, so like you, I didn't really watch a lot of like I didn't watch Cartoon Network live per se.
Hmm.
I was too stuck on Nickelodeon. But
Right.
all of that stuff being on Boomerang, I remember exactly what you're talking about. They would do like there was a Jabberjaw one where they were a rock band.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
there was Josie and the Pussycats when they're going through like all of these different
Yes.
eras of
Yep.
music. Yes, I remember all of that.
Yeah, they did like hard rock,
Yes.
country, kind of like
Uh-huh.
hoedown.
hmm
And then they did some like
There was like a rave
ru-
one.
a rave one.
Uh-huh.
And they did kind of like a rock concert and
Yeah.
grunge. It was like hard.
Yes.
It was black and
Yes.
white. They had like these tough
Uh-huh.
looking.
I can hear it too in my
I can,
mind. I know
yeah,
exactly what you're
I
talking
can hear
about.
it. And what was another one? It was that we got a gorilla for sale. Do you remember that one?
Oh my gosh. Magilla Gorilla for sale. We got a gorilla for sale. Yes. Me and my brother love
Yes,
that. We'll
that
even say that to each other sometimes. That was the jam.
I'm telling you, we had the best childhood.
Yes.
We had it.
Yes.
The kids
Yes.
nowadays just don't understand. I'm gonna teach my kids to be like, y'all sit down and you just watch
Okay.
this.
Back in my day, and just, yes. Thank God
Yeah.
for YouTube.
Oh, if YouTube shuts down, I'm gonna cry because all that
Listen,
stuff's gonna go.
listen, we're boycotting something because no.
I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
screen record and just have it all on my
Yes.
iPad.
Yes, I love it.
It. Oh man, that was such good. On Cartoon Network, the only stuff I watched on there was, well, kind of original. Dexter's Laboratory. I watched that.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot from it. I just remember it
Mm-hmm.
was a scientist, and his sister was very annoying.
Yes.
That's about all I remember. And then I watched Crypto. I watched
Yes.
that. That was my
Mm-hmm.
favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd watch the classics. I watched Tom and Jerry, Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
um,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Nickelodeon, how SpongeBob, which I still watch it to this day. Which
There's nothing wrong with that. I love it.
I think they've reached. I think they've jumped the shark because I saw something where
Yeah.
um SpongeBob got his license. I said, hold up.
Okay. I why
Wait a
did I
damn
see
minute.
that? Listen, why did I see that the other day? And I was like, uh-uh.
I thought the
What?
show's ending.
Like, what's
The
even the
show's
point
done.
now? Right. Like,
The show's done.
yes.
But
Yes.
I was like,
So, what? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Me, my brother, and my cousin, we all love SpongeBob. So, you're with family. My little cousin that I keep referencing, he is a SpongeBob connoisseur. I'm not even
mm.
joking. Like, I'm gonna have to send you a picture of his room. He has, oh my gosh, like stuff he won't even open. Like, if you even like, it's like you're at the library and you go to touch it, he'll slap your hand because it's
Oh
like,
my.
don't touch that. Like, he doesn't play about it, and it's like, oh my gosh. But yes, like the OG SpongeBob, like the humor, like
Oh, it's so
hilarious.
good. It's
And
so
and I'll be
good.
honest with you, I haven't seen a lot of the more recent ones, so I don't know like a lot of the more recent newer episodes, but I mean the OG, I could talk it all day. So I
I
love
will
it.
speak on the newer ones. They, some of them have that humor.
hmm
It's just the animation style is so different. You
Right.
know, back in the day, they couldn't really do all these weird facial expressions. That's all this
Yes.
new one is. It's these weird, dis
Exaggeration. Yeah.
disproportional faces that you would not. I think for
Yes.
me, peak SpongeBob for me was from 2000s until about 2015, and that might be
Yeah. Yeah.
I might
I'm
cut a
with you.
line, but for me, from 2015 back till the
Yeah,
debut, that's the realm that I like watching. They only show the new ones on TV now. They never show the old ones, and I'm just like,
which is crazy.
which
Yeah.
it's funny because I remember what's it called? Nicktoons.
Yeah, the
That's a new
Nicktoons
channel
channel.
now. I
Yeah.
think that's just now SpongeBob channel.
That's all it is.
It's
I
24.
so yes. So
It's
The
20.
OG Nicktoons channel. Yes. Like Nick when it was Nicktoons, it started out as Nicktoons TV, and then it was Nicktoons, and then it was Nicktoons Network, and then it was Nicktoons. And I think like you said, like right around that 2015 mark, it just yeah, I mean that's all it is. And it's like Nicktoons plays SpongeBob 24/7 and
Hmm.
Nickelodeon plays SpongeBob like 16, whatever the rest of it is, and then the rest is Loud House. And I'm like, and I do like Loud House. I'm not gonna front. Like my little nephews. Oh, oh,
I was out of that realm. By the time that
okay.
show came out, I was like I think in high
I
school. So I was
yeah.
out of
The
that
only
realm.
reason that I even know what it is because of my nephews. So yeah.
I mean,
But
you have to when you have little kids. When you have
right.
younger
Yeah.
siblings, you just have to watch it. So I don't blame you for that. I mean,
Yeah, but I do make them watch some of the older stuff. I sure do. We were watching Recess yesterday, and they love Recess, so I'm proud.
I just miss so much of the Disney era because I stream, especially the original movies. Don't get me started on those.
Oh, listen. Yes. Okay, so
2000s was prime. I'm just gonna say
listen.
it.
So this Halloween season, I've never seen Twitches.
Haven't either. Haven't either.
Okay. I was like, I'm ready
I
for the
haven't either.
judgment. So this Halloween I'm gonna watch it.
Have you seen this might be it's newer, Girl versus Monster. Have you seen that one?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
The first time I watched it was in middle school, we
Okay.
played it at school, and it's the first time. It's decent. It's one of the newer ones that are decent.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the 2000s were just prime because you had
Yeah.
the Wizards movie that came out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You had the Cheetah Girls, High School Musical, which I
Yes.
didn't see High School Musical until the pandemic. So I was
Mm-hmm.
really late to the high school
That's
thing.
okay.
And I kind of get where my mom was coming now because all of them are like singing. So again, yeah, I can see why she didn't like it. I've just kind of grown to more Disney
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of the Disney movies, even like animated ones growing up either, because my mom was so anti. I couldn't even go see Pixar. She was so
Oh
anti-Disney.
no, you missed out on some good ones. Oh
No,
no.
but I had Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
Cars, and Monsters
Yes.
Inc. all on DVD.
Okay. And I
And I would
love
watch
cars. I
and I
love
would watch it
cars.
religiously on TV.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of them now, just growing up
Yeah.
having. So I've seen
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Yes.
Um,
Classic.
I have my brain's gonna really have to work hard. Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo were my two favorites. Cars and Ratatouille were tied for third. That was kind of like
Yeah.
the
I like
square for
yeah.
me.
Yeah, those are all good ones. And if we're speaking specifically about Pixar, I gotta think too. Um, I mean, those are all I love Toy Story. I love Toy Story 3. I thought Toy Story 3 was amazing. I love that one.
I've
Hmm.
not seen it, but the only thing I
Hmm.
remember from it was
Hmm.
we were in elementary school and we had to do some
Hmm.
kind of these like physical something bullshit. I don't even know why we did it. And they put
Hmm.
on Toy Story 3. The only thing I remember is a kid shoving an eye up his nose. That's the only thing I remember from it. Was a kid shoving something up his nose. It was right when I think all the kids are at recess and they all come in and they cause
Hmm.
chaos. That's about the only thing I
Yes.
remember from it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It
the
should have
only
been
thing that I
well, I was
remember
just
from that.
yes. I was just gonna say, it should have been the end of like if they kept going with the sequels, it should have been the end of this of the trilogy. Like that should have been it. Toy Story 4, I don't know if you saw it, but it was just like very random and it really just kind of almost destroyed everything that they built. Like it just was almost what's that term they use? Like it's almost not canon. Like it just really did not. it wasn't terrible. I don't want to say it was a terrible movie, but it just was so random and it just was and now I hear that they're making a Toy Story 5 and I'm like, what are we doing? Like what is happening?
They are. They are making a Toy
Yes.
Story 5. I think it's coming out I think next year is when I heard them say. Um, I saw something on Twitter today and looked in the picture. Apparently they posted I guess a preview, like a picture of what the movie looks like, and someone said, "Where is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head?" Apparently it wasn't in the picture, and I was like, "Wait a minute. Wait a
Mm,
minute."
right.
This person was like, "Where are they?" They are
Wow.
staple. And I thought, "Really?" Um, the only another series that I was kind of like, really was The Incredibles. I saw The Incredibles and I saw
Hmm.
Incredibles 2. I love Incredibles 2. I think it's better than the original.
I saw it, but I don't remember it. But I saw it.
Oh,
So,
it's good. I highly recommend like rewatching it. Just have
hmm.
your kids watch it as an excuse to watch it.
Yes, yes.
And then I heard they're coming out with an Incredibles 3, and I said, "Yo,
Yeah.
stop."
I'm done with the
I thought the
sequels. I
second one was
can't.
perfect. I thought the
Yeah.
second one ended perfectly.
Hmm.
I
I
thought,
do
really?
remember, I remember the little baby. What is it? Jack Jack? I'm trying to,
Yeah.
I'm not butchering his name. I remember him getting his power. So I remember
Yeah.
pieces of it. And I remember them going to the island, but I don't remember the full movie. And I don't want to say
I
that
don't want to
because
spoil
of,
it because it's good.
I'll
Don't want to spoil
rewatch it because, well, for one, that's me and my mom's movie. Like, me and my mom love The Incredibles. She loves Edna. She quotes her all the time. So, like, we were supposed to watch it together, and I don't know why we haven't yet. So we will eventually. Like I'll watch it again. I just was tired of waiting on her and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
it.
Um, yes, but other Pixar, because I love Pixar, but I love Disney too. Pixar, I thought Up was beautiful. I can never watch that movie and not cry. I'm always, and it's like it starts right off in the beginning. I'm like, damn. So love that movie. Um, what else? Wally was good, although I don't, looking
I
back on it, I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah, don't come for me. I've not seen Up. I know. I know. I
That's
need to
okay.
join the
You
bus.
definitely
I
need to
know.
watch it. It's really
But
good.
I have
And I'm
seen
not just saying
Wally.
that. Wally
I
was
have
good too.
Yeah, it was just like no talking. And I think that's why a lot of
That's what,
people
yeah, I'm
maybe
with
don't
you.
remember it's because there's not a lot of talking.
Right, right.
But it was a beautifully shot movie. I thought it was beautiful. I watched it during the pandemic because I had nothing else
Hmm.
to watch. I thought, because the pandemic
Listen,
was like
I was
my
tearing up Disney Plus during
I
the pandemic.
I was first day subscriber when it
Oh
first
my
came out. I was
gosh,
first
yes,
day. I signed up
yes.
for it, and people all were like, "We're having problems," and I'm over here like, I'm not having problems." Because I remember they broke down. I remember the first thing I watched on there was Monsters Inc. I watched it that night when I
I
came home
love
from
Monsters
school.
Inc.
It was the first movie I watched on there, and I thought, "Oh, this is great for me." I
I
watched
love that.
Wally, and then
Yeah.
there was a movie that was. Have you seen? Oh, The Incredibles. Side note. Have you seen that guy on TikTok that does the Edna impersonation?
No, I have not. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Are you talking about the guy that like he crawls in the style?
Yes. What's his name? Kian, I think is his name.
I think I know who you're talking
Okay.
about.
He does his whole Edna persona great. He
Oh
does
my
the walk.
gosh.
He can do the walk. The
Yes.
walk is incredible. I'll make a note and I will send you his profile and have you.
Oh my gosh.
It's so great. I'll have to
That's
send you his
hilarious.
profile.
I'm gonna have to send that to my mom because she loves Edna.
And it's clean. It's clean. It's not like
Yeah,
explicit stuff on there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
him going into stores. He goes into dressed in the character, has the black suit
Yes.
on,
Hmm.
he has a bob, he has the bob on,
Yeah.
and he'll do stuff with other creators, but it's mostly his content. And he'll
Hmm.
walk in like Target is his big place. He goes to the mall. I mean, he does that character so well. I'll have to share that profile with you because it's
Yeah,
great.
I
It's
would love that.
awesome. He is great, but have you seen any of the newer Pixar movies?
I was just about to say, because it just came to my mind, I love Soul. I love Soul.
Yes, I
Soul,
remember Soul came out on Christmas Day.
yes,
And that's how I ended my Christmas. Had
yes.
Christmas that morning and then that evening I said, okay, I'm
Hmm.
gonna sit down. I loved it. It was such a good movie.
Yes, I
It
love
was such a good
Soul.
movie.
I'm trying to remember what else. I've seen a lot of them. There's a few that I haven't seen yet that are still on my list, but most of them I've seen. Was Upward a Pixar movie? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let me see.
I think it was. I think, but I could be
Onward, I
wrong.
think might be the
Or Onward, yes.
Onward. I remember that movie came out right when COVID hit. It
Yes.
came out and then COVID happened and the theater shut down and so it didn't
Hmm.
do it well, but then they put it on there. I basically saw a lot of the newer ones that came out.
Hmm.
I haven't seen Onward, but I did see Soul. I saw Luca.
That's one that I need to see still. Okay.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
it kind of pays homage to Finding Nemo since it kind of happens in the ocean a little bit. It kind of brings
Okay.
back nostalgia for that. Um,
Hmm.
Turning Red, that was great.
I did see that one. Hmm.
I actually watched it with my mom, and she actually gave it the sign of approval. And I've always said, if my mom approves of it, she loves. It's a great movie. I've just had that approval.
That's my mom. Yeah, she's like a movie critic.
Uh-huh. I
That's
remember
funny.
in Turning Red, there was this one scene where I think her friends notice that she turns into a panda, and she bitch slaps her so hard. I literally looked at my mom and I said, "That was a bitch slap." I literally said that. I said, "She bitch slapped her." I thought,
Oh my
damn.
gosh. I think I remember that part.
I
Yeah. I
thought,
think,
damn, that hit me. I thought I'm hurt from that. So I
that's
watched
funny.
that, and then I feel like there's another new one that came out after that. I've not seen Lightyear. I haven't seen Elemental.
Oh, and Elemental was so good. I
It
love that
what?
one.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Yes. I
have to
really
watch
like
it. I'll
that
have to
one.
try to watch it.
I
And
really like that
then
one.
I know the newest one came out, Elio, or might be butchering
Yeah.
that name. I think
I
it's
haven't
out in
seen that
theaters
one.
right now. I haven't seen it either. I
Hmm.
think it's gonna be one of those forgotten ones.
That's what it's kind of giving.
But then they were like, Elemental was kind of forgotten, and then it had like some kind of comeback in the box office. So maybe it's having another one of those moments. I don't
Yeah.
know.
For whatever reason, Elemental was very underrated. It really was good. It really spoke to me. It had a really great message, and I really liked it. I would honestly say it's one of my favorite ones. So it really was good.
I just remember seeing the teaser for it, and it was just a weird animated. I thought, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is, I thought this is different for Pixar. I thought that's
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. Hmm.
Have
I'm
you
with
seen
you.
the Have you seen the new Inside Out one?
That's on my list too. I've seen the first one, not the second one. I do got to see the second one.
For people that have depression, don't watch it when you're depressed.
Oh
Don't.
my goodness.
Do
Okay,
not.
let me make sure I'm not feeling down that day.
Don't. Do not. You'll regret it. You'll regret it. I'm not going to say what happens. It's just
Okay.
a very traumatic. Have you? So you've seen the original one?
Yes, I have
Okay,
seen the
so
original.
you know
Hmm.
the traumatic scene. Sometimes I've seen it when I'm really like down and sad, and
Hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
like, why did I do this to myself? Because it doesn't normally get to me. Sad
Yeah.
stuff like that doesn't tear jerk me a lot. But
Hmm.
if I was like having a depressed thing, no. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if
Yeah.
you are having a bad spell, don't watch it. Because there's gonna be one scene where you'll die, literally. So,
Do you have and this could be Disney or Pixar, do you have any comfort movies that like you revisit and specifically like when you're feeling down, like low-key depressed? Do you have a movie that you'll put on and that will just kind of and it's okay, so where I'm going with this. So for me, The Rescuers, I don't know why. I think it's just very nostalgic for me because that was just the movie that my mom would always play for me. And like I love the music. Shout out to anybody out there that actually knows who Shelby Flint is because I didn't know who she was until recent years. So she was like big during the day of that movie and she's the
mhm,
singer. Her voice is so beautiful. And it's like there has to be something about me that's like a bit dark because the movie is a little dark, but it's like it's
mhm.
kind of like I don't want to say my happy place. It's not my happy place, but like it just really like even though it's sad, it really just like lifts me up. Like I love the music. I love how spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it, how at the end like Penny is adopted and just it's just beautiful and I love me some I don't know if it's Eva Gabor or Zsa Zsa Gabor. It's one of the two. I I can't remember if it's the one that was on Green Acres or the other one. But my dad loved that show and my dad's no longer here. So it's like those little things that like you just tie into. But I just was curious if you had a movie that like you when you're kind of feeling down, like maybe specifically a Disney movie that you'll just play.
Oh, 100% and Monsters Inc. It's number
Okay.
one. It's number
Okay.
one. That or Finding Nemo. If you
Yeah.
put any of those two movies on, I'll be
I love
happy.
Finding Nemo. I do. And I love Monsters Inc. too.
Those were my childhood ones growing up. That
Yeah.
was technically the movies my mom was like, fine, I'll let you watch it kind of movies, but
Yeah.
those just have such a special place right here. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I remember one time I was feeling down and was like, I'm just gonna watch Monsters Inc. Immediately felt better. It was just,
Oh,
it makes you
yeah.
laugh. It makes you laugh every single time because the
Yeah.
comedy in that movie is so good.
Yes.
It's one of those timeless movies. It's never going, I don't think it's ever going to get
Yeah.
dull.
Yeah.
Generations are going to come are going to love it. I mean, it's just great. And that's what a lot of the things from the 2000s are. Really, it's
Yeah.
just nothing from anything during the 2000s has really gone out of style when it comes to childhood shows, movies, and anything like that.
Absolutely.
They
Hmm.
all kind of have like they're all good. I mean, I can't really sit here and think of a show that I don't would not watch again or a movie
Yeah.
that I would not watch again. It's a comfort for me and all that. I hate admitting it, but I was so addicted to Chicken Little. I know that's so
Oh my gosh. So I still haven't seen that one. That's one of my old ones I have to revisit, but I have it on DVD. I just haven't watched it yet.
I don't
So I'm gonna have to
know.
watch it.
Seeing it as a kid was different than as an adult. I don't
Yeah.
know what the
Okay.
experience will be like.
Hmm.
Um, it's one of those movies where you've seen it as a child, so I mean, it technically it's going
Yeah.
to be forever good to you. I don't know how it's going to live up to when it's older.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I have gotten my mom to kind of watch Disney a little bit because during the pandemic, I tried to convince her. I said, Mom, the singing ones are not as bad. Now, I remember our old TV that we had like my computer had an HDMI cord, and I could hook it up an HDMI cord from my laptop to the TV, and I figured out how to put kind of. We didn't have a smart TV because my mom's so anti-smart TV. I can't convince her to get a smart TV. I've tried, y'all. She will not listen. And so I would have to cast Disney from my laptop on there. We watched during the pandemic um Aladdin.
I love Aladdin.
We watched Moana.
That's a good one.
I can't fully remember if we watched Tangled. I feel like we did, but I can't really pinpoint.
Hmm.
But and she was like, I liked it. I said, see, you just had this huge thing against it. And what's so funny is that her favorite movie growing up was Little Mermaid.
Oh,
I said, Mom, you hate Disney, but you love Little Mermaid that
and that's
sings
the most
all the
Disney of all
time.
Disney
Oh,
movies.
ma'am, Mom. I thought,
That is
no.
funny.
So she started growing into it, and then I made her watch. I actually, me and her watched that Turning Red one together. We watched that,
Yeah,
and then I feel like there was more, but I'm slowly starting to let her dip her toe in there and get her
I love
involved
it.
in it. Since we got a new TV, the whole HDMI thing don't work no more, so I was a little
Mm,
sad about that. But during that time, it was just such a
yeah,
during that time it was just Disney, not.
I love
Oh,
that.
she did watch Incredibles too, but we watched it on TV. It came on TV. We watched it. I remember we watched that together, and she liked it mainly because it
Yeah,
wasn't really Disney; it was Pixar. She likes
right.
Pixar a little bit more because they don't sing all the time. So she'll
Yeah.
take Pixar over Disney really much any day, but she's slowly starting to get into it a little bit. I love
Progress.
that we ranted for 40 minutes about 2000s,
I
and
do
I'm not mad
too.
about it. I'm not mad about it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually enjoying like this new like time limit.
I love
No
it.
time limit at all. I feel more relaxed and more comfortable because
Yeah.
before then I was like, they're running out of time, they're running out of time, they keep talking,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
don't want to interrupt them because the main thing
Right.
I've learned from as a journalism major is if you're interviewing someone, you don't interrupt them.
Yeah.
That's like the number one main guideline that you have to follow, that you let them talk and they usually talk until they're done. I mean,
Yeah.
at some point you can't interrupt, but it's courteous if you don't interrupt and you just let them talk. And I
Right.
try not to, but I swear they get to that minute deadline, and I'm like, I have to say this so fast. I'm like, okay, you have to say your social media platforms real quick, and then and then sometimes it ends right mid sentence, and I'm just like,
Oh.
I
Well, I'm
didn't do
glad
that.
that you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I feel more relaxed. I'm not. My anxiety is like calmer now.
Good.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to get back into like dark stuff. I'm trying to look at the questions, and I'm like, I was ask you like sing something, but I'm like, can you get copyright strike for singing on here? I don't know like the music side of podcasts. I don't know about that. I
Uh,
was like,
I could sing a lesser known song that maybe won't flag it.
well, I don't know how the audio works.
Okay.
Let's see.
Or I could sing my podcast theme song for you, which is literally like 10 seconds.
Are you literally
Whatever
singing your
you,
own podcast song?
I do.
Oh,
I actually
mine
wrote
has
it.
no music. Mine's just a
That's okay.
simple introduction. I
That's
was like,
okay.
because people were like, music, because that was the main thing that you had to have. And I thought, no, I don't like it. I just like just getting right into it.
You don't, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. This is your platform. You do
I
what
was
you
gonna
want.
say, I'm kind of curious to hear you sing a little bit. So sing, I guess sing the
Okay.
podcast because I don't think that would get copyright strike.
Okay. Hmm.
Yes, warm up.
Cultivation, cultivation with Kevie. Literally. First and only song I've
Wow.
ever written.
Wow. That, and here I am, that sounds like cats screeching in the middle of the night. It, wow. That, oh my God. My roommate the other day shared this video with me or sent this video to me.
Hmm.
He recorded a video of me singing in here. And I
Oh,
thought, first off, a huge invasion of privacy because he
okay.
had the phone right at the bottom of the door
Oh my goodness.
to where, and usually I can hear because since I
Yeah.
have to wear glasses,
Yeah.
my hearing is better. Usually I can hear, and I could
Hmm.
probably have seen a shadow. Yeah, he just recorded a video on the floor, kind of stepped back, just recorded me singing in bed. And I thought, well, first off, thank God I wasn't doing anything else. Like,
Jeez.
thank God. Because and then after he shared that, I thought, well now that's something I just have to be paranoid about. So now
Yeah,
this is something I have to be paranoid about. And
that's
it's
an invasion of your privacy.
and at the bottom it said part two, and I thought, he's done
Oh,
this
part
before.
two.
I thought, oh my God, I said, hold it, because he sent me something. I thought, oh, it's something worth. And then sent me a video, and then before that, it was. I thought, wait, that's me. And I
Oh
said,
no.
whoa, 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 whoa. And so I had to look at my wall because um before I moved in, my wall was completely blank. It was
Hmm.
nothing was hung up in my room,
Hmm.
but later on, I had put like little album covers up on the wall, and I actually had to take them down because one, I'm possibly might be moving out, but also two, they were starting to fray, and I wanted to try to get like them straightened out more. So it's
Hmm.
like these little album covers that I
Oh,
printed
yeah.
off. It's all albums I've heard, and I would
Okay.
just kind of stick it up on the wall. I
Yeah.
noticed that there was nothing up there. So from my calculation of time, it had to have been right when I moved in with him.
Oh my
So
goodness.
this was at the very, very, very beginning of when I first moved in here, and I've lived here for 2 years. So this was literally had to have been a month or two after I had moved in, because this was before any picture was up on the wall. So
Mm.
I said, "Where's part one? I would like to see part one." He has not shown me. So now it's more of a paranoia thing, because now I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Are people watching me at the bottom of the door?"
Oh
I've wanted to
gosh.
go. I've wanted to do it at his room too, but I'm a little too scared to do that because I don't know what I'll see. I don't know what I'll witness, and I don't want my eyes to be cursed or anything.
Protect your energy.
He's already shown me so much stuff that my eyes are not going to ever not see before, but
Oh my
and I'll
goodness.
probably tell about that at a later time. That's another episode for another day. So I see on here that you have an upcoming passion project, Nostalgic AF. Tell me a little bit more about that project and what inspired it.
Yes. So it is going to be a mixtape based on Doug. It'll be my first professional singing endeavor. I've sang at churches before. I've sang at public events, here and there, but I've never released any music, and I just really want to. When I started on my creative journey, as a child, I knew that I wanted to sing, but I was too afraid to share it with the world. And growing up, as we've talked about at the beginning of the episode, just my not believing in myself and just wanting to empower myself. Um, I just basically felt like there's no reason why I haven't released music. I've always dreamed about having an album. So my vision for Nostalgic AF is obviously, as you guys have been listening, I'm very nostalgic. Um, I love Doug. So Doug is just somebody that I really identify with. Doug is really me. If you remember the cartoon Doug, he was an anxious little thing, but he just embodies that what do I want to say? Like he is coming of age. So he's that prepubescent 11 to 12-year-old. So I still identify with a lot of those themes. And I think that releasing this project will heal the child in me. And I basically what the mixtape is going to be is it's going to be me playing the role of Doug. It's going to be me writing in my journal, and it's going to be me singing cover songs, covering some songs that I loved from my childhood. And I'm an R&B head, so it's going to be a lot of R&B songs. And I'm really excited to work on the project and to get it going. I haven't started on it yet, but it's definitely on my vision board. So
Could you share maybe some songs that you have in mind that you potentially might be covering or have
yeah,
an
I
eye
would
out
love
for?
to. Yeah, I would love to. So definitely R&B. My favorite artist is A. Marie. If nobody's heard of her, her name is spelled Amerie. She basically released her debut album when I was 12 years old, and she's just been somebody that I've just always admired. Her debut single, Why Don't We Fall in Love, just really embodies the dreamer in me. It just is basically a song about admiring somebody and wondering why don't we fall in love. So that is something I'm absolutely going to be covering. I want to give it my own unique twist. I don't want to cover it as it is. I kind of want to just
Mhm.
incorporate my take on it. And another song that I would love to cover is the 90s classic. If you're 90s babies out there like me, Don't Walk Away. It's a song by the R&B group Jade. It's definitely a song that I want to cover in some aspect. I might do like a little snippet or like a little interlude, but I definitely plan on covering those two songs, and I plan on incorporating elements of some lesser known artists, some lesser known songs from the 90s and 2000s, not just the 90s, the early 2000s as well, um, but definitely R&B themed.
You have the perfect R&B voice. When I heard the voice, I said that 100% is R&B. I mean, you can
Thank
just
you.
hear it in there. You have a gift.
Thank you so
It
much. I
sounds
really
really
appreciate that.
good. Um, I'm not gonna share what I sound like because I don't want to deter any listeners away. Um, yeah, 90s had a lot of good R&B songs. I like. Have you seen that TikTok about that guy that was on the cruise ship that sang?
That sounds so familiar. I probably have.
He sang it was a classic R&B song. Nobody.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
So I saw that one and he blew up. I thought, but
Mm,
his voice
yeah.
fit it so well. I mean, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's gonna go out there and screw with us. He's just gonna go out there and goof
Hmm.
off." No, it literally wasn't. And then everyone in there was like, "Whoa, loved it." I loved it. Hopefully, he got like free cruise for the rest of his life. If he didn't, I'll sue for you. Like if you didn't get a free cruise for the rest of your life, I will sue him. But like R&B for me, I liked let's see, two 90s. I liked Whitney Houston. I mean
Love
classic.
her. Love her.
Mariah, I liked her.
Yes. Yes.
One of my favorite songs during that time was The Boy Is Mine. I love that one.
That's a classic.
That's a
Yes.
good. I love that song a lot.
Yes.
Let's see. Boys to Men, I like. Well,
Hmm.
we were supposed to do one of his songs
Hmm.
for high school for we had like our high school had like a senior thing for our pep rally and senior night, and that was gonna be the song that we were supposedly walked out to, but everyone was like, we want to listen to Hannah Montana. I thought, which it was fine. I mean, I like that song too, but Boys to Men, the End of the Road, that was what we were
Yes.
gonna do, but we
Yes.
ended up picking I'll Always Remember You from
Yeah.
Hannah Montana. We did that one. So I like that one. My mom's a huge, she likes she wasn't more of like 90s R&B. She liked TLC. I remember she had the Crazy Sexy Cool CD. She had that one.
Yes. Yes.
I think she had some other like R&B rap things from the 90s that she listened to, but she was more
Hmm.
rock
Yeah.
stuff. So she listened to Journey. She liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hmm.
Um, this is such a stupid story about that, but this just shows you how dumb Southerners are. I live in a very small town of like 1,000, maybe 1,500 people, and we only have one. It's the main in our county. And my mom was wearing a Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt, and she walked in, and this woman that was, if some might have it or not, someone that stands there that they try so hard to act like security, but are not. So they greet you and stuff. And it was an older woman, and she said, "Yeah, I was walking in, and this older woman just looked at my shirt, and she was like, 'Oh, I like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love to eat them.'" And my mom was like,
Oh gosh.
"It's the band." And
Oh my goodness.
I
She
thought,
tried.
but we're so dumb from that it's so off topic. I've not told this story to anyone, and y'all might think this is the stupidest story, and that the people, and I agree that this might be the dumbest person to ever walk the earth. I don't know what they're doing now. We were at And we were in the drive-through because some of the where I'm from only
Hmm.
have you either have a drive-through or you only have a pull-up
Hmm.
order from the machine thing. Well, luckily this one had the one that we went to had a drive-through. We pull through, we order, and my mom, such a funny story to tell because it's so dumb. We ordered, I think she ordered a drink. I can't remember what drink she ordered. And I kid you not, the person on the other end said to drink. I wish to you guys that I'm making this story up. I'm not. This person literally, my mom said, I'll probably take a Sprite. And the person said to drink. We were at a loss for words. I don't know if it was just a dare that this person had been given. I don't know if they genuinely thought that it was a drink. I don't know. But I just want people to know where I come from. That's the people I'm surrounded with back home. So
Oh goodness.
I've told that story for years to come. I don't think I've mentioned it on the podcast. So that's the first time I've told that story. So, person out there, hopefully you know what Sprite is now. But we were just cracking up. And my grandmother at the time was a huge, she couldn't keep her face, could
Oh
not
my
keep a straight
goodness.
face. So of course she started laughing, and which made me laugh. And I think my mom was trying so hard not to laugh too, but we pulled up and we were like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Is that person serious right now?" I said, "Are they serious?" It was crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
But to wrap things up, I know you got a interview coming up soon, but I wanted to end on one question. What legacy do you hope to leave through your podcast and creative work, and even for your upcoming mixtape? What's the biggest thing that you want people to take away from those?
I just want people to believe in themselves. I want people to believe that they can do anything. I know that that's a cliche, but I do truly, genuinely want people to just think that they can do anything that their heart desires. Um, I do think that we all are capable of great things. I think that we just have to believe in that. I know that that's something that I struggle with, and I just want my legacy to be me encouraging other people to believe in that. it's not everybody else that's great. We are great too. So I just want to send people good vibes and good energy and nothing but love. Life is hard enough, and I don't want to make life any harder than it has to be. It already is. So that's my goal for everything. Every encounter that I have, everything that I put my whatever my hand in. Um, yeah.
Well, for people that want to follow you and everything, just social plug everything. Tell me where you're at and where people can find you at.
Thank you so much, Noah. You can follow me at Kevie the Dreamer. So Kevie is spelled Kev as in Victor, IE, THE, spelled conventionally, Dreamer. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm not very active on TikTok, but I do have a TikTok. I'd hope to get better. Um, I'm on Facebook. Um, I'm pretty much everywhere. You can listen to my podcast, Cultivation with Kevie, is spelled with a K instead of a C. It's on all major podcasting platforms, which include Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Those are the two big ones. It's also on excuse me, iHeartRadio is what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, I'm on YouTube soon to come. Cultivation with Kevy's on YouTube. Kevie the Dreamer is also on YouTube. I'm not active on there yet, but I hope to be in the future. And no, I just thank you so much for your time and allowing me to be on your platform. I really enjoyed going back and forth with you about nostalgia and just hearing parts of your story. And I just wish you nothing but success in your future.
Well, thank you so much, and I wish the same back to you as well. I You've come such a long way, and you have so much stuff coming for you. I've enjoyed talking with you during this time and during our time that we have. I honestly would love to have you back on the show.
I would love to be back anytime.
You're more than welcome to come back, and then people can hear us rant more about nostalgia. So
Yes.
y'all can suck it. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come on here. And as I always do, I will link all of his stuff below. I'll link his website, his social media platforms, and his podcast in the description box. So it's all there for you. You don't have to go searching. All of his stuff will be in one place. I'll put all of his stuff down there. Um, I wish you nothing but the luck and the best for you. And keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Thank you, Noah. Same to you. And I will see you again soon right here on your podcast. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. If you would like to follow me on social media as well, you can also catch me on Instagram and TikTok. It's Lethal Venom Podcast on there. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It is Noah's Podcast on there. Feel free to follow it so you keep updates about the podcast if you want to. No problem if you don't. Also, thank you again to Kevin for coming on. It was such an honor to talk to him, and you're just such a great guest. Again, wish you nothing but luck and the best. You can also follow the podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Pandora. It's everywhere. Just feel free to follow it so you get notified when new episodes come out. Appreciate you all so much for listening. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Y'all be safe, and I will catch y'all on the next episode of Lethal Venom.